Hello. I'm playing this music from Phantasy Star Online 1 because it plays in episode 2 and all the areas therein, including the central control area, jungle, seaside, mountain, but most importantly, the tower. Heaven on High is a tower, and I've got kind of a Phantasy Star Online brain now that I've been grabbed by New Genesis again. So this is the only thing I could think of to play in the pre-stream. So yeah. Today, who's ready to talk to a lot of NPCs for a while? Yay! And then do some deep dungeon, hopefully. If I get there. I don't know how much NPC talking there is. I think I've got a little bit of a headache, so there's also that to factor in. But we'll see how it goes. Get out of here, PSO. Oh, that's, hey, where's the final? Oh, alright, it's set to PSO2 capturing, isn't it? Whoops. Ta-da! There we go. Galdeval, you mean Galgriffin, or do you mean a specific enemy that I'm forgetting? Oh, the island is called Galdeval. I didn't remember that at all. Wow. Calico, no. Standing on the table is rude. Stop it. No standing on the table. No standing on the chair. Okay, that's fine. But anyway. Whoa, there's at least 4 talking cats on screen right now. Okay, no, 5. Because Korabanta is over there. Oh, as for the question about is the next deep dungeon going to be a very long hallway, they did add the 3rd deep dungeon at this point. I think it's also one that descends downward, but I'm not sure because I'm not there yet. I had no idea that the island of episode 2 had a name, actually. Anyway, it is time for... Oh, I have to talk to Rowena? Heck. Oh, it's time for adventures to be completed. I think I said at some point, or I had the idea at some point, either for like a deep dungeon or for just any sort of dungeon crawler, that a really cool way to do like a sideways dungeon would be train cars, I think. Any dungeon crawling video game, instead of going up a tower or descending into a labyrinth, go through sideways weird train cars. That'd be cool. Trains are neat. Thank you for the single wind crystal, Kui Maurice. There are at least some RPGs that take place primarily on trains, but I forgot the name of them. I think, or at least they use the train as a hub? I'm not sure. Hello, welcome. But yeah, first order of business today... Oh, you have your own aetheryte. I forgot about that. Is, the Doman Adventurers Guild, which is actually a side quest line in Heavensward that leads into unlocking Doman Restoration. I will not be showing everything related to the Doman Restoration because it's time gated and like resource gated. It's not really something you just go through, so yeah, I'm just showing the like process of unlocking it because there's some story stuff there. Seems worthwhile. Looking for the Doman children? Aye, they sometimes help arrange my less valuable wares. Just finished for the day, though. No, Choo Choo Charles is a game about fighting a train. And actually, no, Choo Choo Charles is a game about being a Twitch streamer who wants to get either like get a lot of clicks themselves, or like the game wants to get a lot of clicks because it's one of those games where you can scream in the thumbnail and be like, whoa! Wait, hold on. You can have a thumbnail that's like, oh, and then have the train in it, and then you get like 1,000 million views. I think people just outright call games like that streamer bait. I think it seems like one of those games. Come to think on it, Ariana said she'd caught sight of them playing nearby. Might catch them, should you have the patience to wait. Are you saying several cutscenes will play in sequence in relation to Choo Choo Charles? Because I find that difficult to believe, but it's very funny to imagine. I'm not ready for the intricate backstory of Charles, the train. God, if that was literally the plot, if it was actually about streaming, that'd be funny. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's also the reaction to... This is also the reaction to several cutscenes playing in sequence, so that's fair. I hereby call this meeting of the Doman Adventurers Guild to order. Old business first. Koharu will start with you. I've been helping Miss Alice get the ingredients she wanted. I was helping treat herd adventurers. And I've been helping arrange stuff for Rowena. No, that's not right. Those are all just chores. I want to go on a proper adventure. Didn't any of you find it something exciting or scary or mysterious we could explore? Oh yeah, we're probably going to teach these kids that half the meaning of adventure is chore aspected side quests, huh? Did you find anything, Yozen? I bet you didn't. I did too. We've got a big wide world to explore, and I was looking into ways to do it, which is more than can be said for any of you. Oh, it's true. Yozen got caught sneaking into a horsebird cart. Mr. Slapthorn was yelling at him for bells after that. Ah, you're hopeless. I'm sorry, Yozen. It's just hee hee hee. Shion, you little snitch, I told you that in secret. But Yozen, I may have found us a quest. I overheard some people talking, and they said there's something hidden at Camp Revenant's Toll. It might be a famous adventurer's lost treasure, or a vengeful spirit who's sealed away, or something else. No one knows for sure. That's perfect. We could be the first to find out what's hidden there. Now we've just got to figure out how to leave town without being caught. Hello, I've caught you. Miss Sucro, what are you doing here? Being a cat. Handing you items, I guess. I was so sad when I thought I lost these earrings. I brought them all the way from Doma, you know. Thank you, Miss Sucro. Nod. Turn around. Hold on a moment. Turn around. I've got an important announcement. The Doman Adventurers Guild needs experience in the field through actually adventuring. No one's going to let us, though, because they think it's too dangerous. But Miss Sucro is a good friend of the guild, and she's an incredible adventurer, too. So I say we invite her to join us in this quest. Gasp. Oh, yes, I want to go on adventures with Miss Sucro. Hey, is that the only instance that we've seen of the Mikote shocked emote in a cutscene? I think that's what she did. I wasn't looking at Sucro during that, but I saw part of it. And I'll feel much safer if she comes along with us, Yozen. Sucro's shaking her head. Once Yozen's made up his mind, nothing can unmake it. Welcome to the guild, Miss Sucro. Now come on, we've got to find out what's hidden at Camp Revenant's Toll. New job unlocked, babysitter. I can't believe I didn't get a new gear set for unlocking the babysitter job. But yeah, since I've thought of it, if you haven't seen it, the Mikote shocked emote is very sad to look at. Come on, Sukro. Look at how sad. Well, yeah, but... Yeah, agreed. It's funny you say that because Sukra's the tank. In fact, she's like the tank that would protect the other tank because Paladin has a lot of tools for off-tanking. So, like, if Sukro protects everyone, who protects Sukro? These are the mysteries that we all have to solve, maybe. Adults are always saying that adventuring's not all fun and games, but why? It looks like a fun game. Do you know what vengeful spirits look like, and can you beat them if that's what we find? Yes and yes. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you, Miss Sukro. We've given up on being the Doman Braves. It just didn't seem right after everything that happened. I wonder what's buried out there. I bet it's silver and gold or really old weapons. Well... Ah, not again. I always forget. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I always forget. It's supposed to be hidden. That's the proper decorum of this sort of thing, I think. Hey, they should just put streamer mode in this game so I don't have to worry about it. I say that, there is a button to turn the chat off, but it'll pop up again. Oh no. I don't think Mima's in this game. But she might be in the next Toho, everyone. It's time. It's always gonna happen. Mima's always going to be in the next Toho. Asterisk, no. Probably not. But, yeah. It's funny to imagine that she will be, every time. Next Toho is going to be a Phantasmagoria type game, though. That's really exciting. If you don't know anything about Toho, there's a couple older Tohos that were sort of like versus shooters. I don't know what you would call it. And this is another one of those for the first time in a long time. It's got like 19 playable characters or something. Anyway, Toho Derail is over now, for now. For right this moment. At least. There's always time for Toho derails. Anyway, I don't think there's anything here. Are you sure this is where Revenant's Toll used to be? It doesn't look anything like a town. Not even a little. Where would we start looking for hidden treasure? What do we do, Yozen? Yeah, that's also fair. Like, in PSO2 New Genesis, which we were playing yesterday, there is a streamer mode that just shuts off the chat, I think. So, it probably does some other stuff too, but yeah. We won't know unless we poke around a bit, or we won't know anything unless we poke around a bit. Spread out and see what you can find, and be careful of monsters. Yeah, if you don't get Mima's name right, she'll probably do a Vengeful Spirit action or something. I don't know. I was imagining earlier, actually, like, what if Mima did finally show up again at any point in Toho, but she just explains that she was on vacation and she's dressed almost exactly like Merlin from Disney's Sword in the Stone when he gets back from Bermuda. With the ridiculous, like, Hawaiian shirt and like rainbow stripes or no, I think he had like a rainbow striped shirt and like Hawaiian shirt patterned pants and like giant novelty sunglasses. What if Mima just shows up dressed like that? Hello, hello. Ooh, there's treasure down there. We're not getting to it. That's cowards talk. Or like reasonable persons talk, and I'm neither. A sad dog sound happened somewhere. From amongst the refuge, you find a cloudy bottle of what appears to be wine. Well, this is not for children. Ow. Toho would benefit from giant novelty sunglasses. Ah, jeez. Not my jetpack. I'm using that all of the time. I think this game should have a jetpack in it. Nothing, nothing, and more nothing. Did you find anything? An old glass bottle filled with what appears to be wine, but you cannot be certain. I wonder if there is anything approaching a jetpack nut. Even Miss Sucre only found this junk. Treasure's not easy to come by, I guess. This might not be junk, Yozun. Isn't really old wine valuable? That's right. With wine, the older the better. Miss Philamine told me so. Mr. Slapborn knows a lot about wine too. He spent bells and bells talking about it to some adventurer. Wow, Mr. Slapborn's much wiser than he looks, isn't he? Yozun, why don't we ask him about this bottle? Maybe we shouldn't. I think he'll just be angry that we have the wine at all. Oh, but he wouldn't scold you, Miss Sucro. Could you ask him for us? Great, we'll go back to Revenant's Toll. Tell us what you find out. Oh, now you've got me curious what the technical definition of a jetpack actually is. Especially in science fiction, a device worn over the shoulders like a backpack and enabling the wearer to travel through the air or space by means of jet propulsion. I suppose you could probably stretch that definition to include the claw, potentially. Maybe? Whoop. Sort of. Kind of. This thing is like vaguely adjacent, but not really as well, I guess. I don't know. Like a lot less adjacent than the claw, but it has a similar feel to it in a way. I don't know. Sucro casually driving Magitech Sky Armor is a little bit funny. This was a PvP reward. It's like a backpack with a, it's a backpack with a seat, exactly. Question mark. The great thing about words is that you can redefine them at any time with enough collective consensus. What is it you need of me, friend? What's this? Wine? Much as I might like to join you in a glass, I'm on duty. Pray, where did you find so aged a bottle? Sucro does not drink. I just found this. I take it you were searching for treasure at the old camp, and you came to me to learn its value. Nod. I'm afraid it has none whatsoever, but you have found the lost treasure of Revenant's Toll after a fashion. Now, our town is flourishing, but was not always so. Not so very long ago, this was an utterly savage place marked by little but ruin and the stench of death. It was a hard life for the few who chose it, and naturally they took comfort in the bottle by night. By and by, passing adventurers would bring wine with them to join the settlers in a glass. So prized was this wine that certain adventurers took to calling it treasure for a spell. As time went on, someone mistook this name for sooth and came searching for this vaunted liquor. The first were adventurers, of course, but shopkeepers and artisans soon followed. But the monsters around here were still deadly, and the path still as treacherous, and many who came searching paid for this misunderstanding with their lives. So the settlers came up with a new rumor. Revenant's toll belonged to the dead, they said, and any man who slept on the land would have their soul torn from their body to wander these bleak fields forever as a vengeful spirit. I mean, if this wine was particularly vengeful, it would be vengeful spirits after a fashion. So there's that, I guess. As you can imagine, that nonsense was enough to scare the inexperienced and drunks away, and soon the tales of treasure faded away into legend. And that, my friend, is the truth buried at Camp Revenant's Toll. There's absolutely some sort of liquor or alcohol somewhere that is just called vengeful spirits as a joke. I just realized that Sucro is standing mostly on the air at the moment. That's fine. I don't know why everyone thinks Mr. Slapworn is frightening. He's only ever been nice to me. There's older wine than that bottle you found, right? So someone could still drink it? I think Yozen's afraid to talk to Mr. Slapworn because he got scolded. What did Mr. Slapworn say about the wine? Explaining. Yeah. Oh, so there never really was a treasure of Revenant's Toll. Bother. I was hoping for buried gold or an ancient demon or something. But I guess it wasn't so bad after all. We did get to go outside the town and explore with Miss Sucro. Little rascals. Hello, Miss Sucro. Have you found us another quest? Shake head. Oh, I was hoping. Well, no matter. We Doman adventurers can find our own. Everyone go and see what the travelers are talking about. Any rumors of more treasure we could hunt or giant demons we could slay or whatever. We just need to find something good, then we'll head off on another quest with our trusty advisor in tow. Hey, Miss Sucro, could you tell Miss Resh to be careful, please? She was badly hurt and she shouldn't push herself too hard. Nod. Sucro did a one-frame 180-degree turn there. She's very talented. But yeah, as was mentioned, there are plenty of ways to make yourself stand on air with emotes. This might be the incorrect direction. It is. Hold on. Whoop. What? There's a carbuncle? Oh, yeah, there is. But yeah, there's plenty of ways to just, you know, do normal things. Hello, Carbuncle. Carbuncle's little feeties are sticking through the canvas. Such is the nature of an ethereal creature like Carbuncle. Perhaps. Or perhaps not. Why, hello, Sucro. Did you ever find Roka? Explaining. Oh, good. I'm glad she got her earrings back. I would like to thank her in person someday, though. She's such a sweet little thing. My daughter could learn a thing or two from her. Oh, but have you heard the news? There's been a theft, and they think children are behind it. The Adventurers Guild has even begun an official investigation. I'm not privy to the details, but I do know the Doman younglings are under suspicion. I can't imagine they would turn to crime, though. Wouldn't you agree? It's gotta be a big misunderstanding. I've half a mind to speak to Slapboard on the children's behalf. If only my word carried any weight. Forgive me, but could you look into this? You've shown yourself a steadfast friend of the Domans. I trust that you will handle it nicely. Bow. Yeah. I think I have a picture of some carbuncle shenanigans somewhere that happened. Yeah, I have evidence of carbuncle not understanding matter. Carbuncle is doing their best, but sometimes this happens instead. This is a particularly odd structure, basically. I think carbuncle is the primary reason that I would want to play as a summoner more. I mean, look at them. It's carbuncle. Anyway. Yeah, it's basically the same as that. Carbuncle would have the unique advantage of being able to, like, stand inside of the door instead of demanding that the door be open or closed at any point. I'm just imagining a carbuncle who can't decide whether they want to go in or out, standing like halfway through the door and just rotating. Well met, my friend. Have you come to discuss more tales of treasure? Sort of. You've caught wind of that, eh? The Adventurers Guild is still investigating the facts, but I, an aged grimoire of great value, was stolen from Rowena's establishment. The storeroom door was locked at the time, but we have found evidence that a window covering was removed. There's little doubt in my mind that that's how our thieves entered. The opening itself is quite small, however. Only someone slight of frame like a child could pass through it. And I have a witness who saw 4 short people loitering outside the store, as the Doman children are wont to. Though I'm loath to suspect them, the children fit the profile of our suspects, and crimes oft begin as small dares or games after all. But in truth, I'm more worried about the potential backlash against the Domans. They fit in well amongst the other refugees, but this offense would not reflect well upon them. Rowena is of the same mind and has agreed to keep the theft quiet. I've entrusted the investigation to my most dependable men as well. Could I ask you to aid us by speaking with the children? You seem close to them, and I fear my armed men would only frighten them away. We did actually, like, in the process of unlocking the Doman Restoration stuff, which got interrupted by this, we did see a prominent gang of Lalafels in the background interacting with each other, so I wonder if it's literally those people. It seems a little odd to be like, only children could fit through a window when you have an entire group of people who's specifically very small. Like smaller than the Doman children, even. In terms of height, at least. Well, in terms of size in general, I don't know why I specified that at all. Maybe because you could theoretically use small to refer to someone's age? I don't know what I'm talking about. I need to talk to the children, I guess. Where are they at? You ever just say words and then have no idea why you said the words? I do that a lot, and saying words is more or less my job. If you could consider this a job. Words are difficult. Maybe they're in here somewhere. Or up. Navigating more oh, they're right there. Small in the time axis. Yeah, exactly. I just heard adventurers talking about a detective who can get to the bottom of any case. I want to meet him. We're suspects? Huh, this sounds like a case for Koharu, Inspectress Extraordinaire! Oh no. Manderville is happening. Also, all of these people who have the repeatable quest blue mark above them are related to the Relic questline, in case you're wondering. Since I did complete that. Well, there's Elamine. She always just here? Revenant's Toll has expanded so quickly. My, how the days do roll past while our minds are focused on other things. Once I get to Shadowbringers, I will be using the Zodiac relic instead of this animal weapon relic that I'm using. Just for fun, a little bit of a change. Also because it's the Excalibur, and I'm going with the Final Fantasy I fighter look, so that feels appropriate. In fact, yeah, I've already got it on... I've also dyed it sky blue, because it's the Excalibuncle, you see. But yeah, this is the Excalibur Zeta, dyed sky blue. Or metallic sky blue, in fact. This is the Shadowbringers outfit. Spoilers for that, I guess. Anyway. Excalibuncle is a good word to say. What are these people always looking at? I want to see. Oh, that's funny. It is pretty soon. I will change my hairstyle to match it as well. I'm not a criminal, neither's Yoza nor Roka or Koharu. Look, I know that you're a kid, but you might want to know that saying I'm not a criminal and then running in the opposite direction is probably not going to help your case very much. But it is funny. Revenant's Toll is a little bit difficult to navigate. I think I said that already? Oh. I thought I'd hear something interesting here, but I was wrong. They're all just so sad. Of course we didn't steal anything. Someone else is to blame. Someone else small like us, but who? We have to talk this over. I don't know if I've talked about it on stream yet, actually. Like, I've discussed how much we have left to do, but I don't know if I made my estimate clear. We've got this, Heaven on High, 4.4, Omega, and 4.5. So I'm gonna say, like... up to 7 more streams until Shadowbringers is probably like the upper limit of how long that could take. And assuming all streams happened on time, that would be a little over a month from now. So Shadowbringers is probably going to happen near the end of next month or the start of the month after. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to complete all of Heaven on High's story in this one stream. So I gave this plus Heaven on High 2 streams. I gave Omega a generous estimate of up to 3 streams because it is 12 separate trials. And then 1 each for 4.4 and 4.5, making it 7. I'm overestimating a little bit because I don't often stream very long. I know I streamed like 5 hours yesterday, and that's a long stream for me. But average stream length is more around 3 to 4 hours, I think. Where is the final child? I don't remember how much time there is in between the trials and whatnot. Oh, there you are. for Omega. So yeah, giving that an estimate of like up to 3 streams seems reasonable. Miss Sucro, does this mean you found us a quest? No, you're a criminal suspect. What? Of course we didn't steal anything. We're adventurers, not thieves. I'd better call the guild together and quickly. Hey, thieves can be adventurers. Those aren't mutually exclusive. In fact, they're usually like... that's usually an option. Koharu's acting weird. I'll have to figure out why later. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'm Koharu, Inspectors Extraordinaire. Yozan's got a good plan. I can see it in his eyes. I remember there's also some single-player instances within Omega that are separate from the 12 trials. At least one. I think one for each of the sets. Probably. I think I only did the first set of Omega. Lalafell conspicuously walking past when we're discussing short individuals doing thievery. We're being accused of something we didn't do. Before this can go any further, we have to tell Mr. Slapborn. Well, we can't just say we're innocent, though. We have to clear our names by finding that grimoire and learning who took it. We may be young, but we can show everyone we're proper adventurers by protecting our friends and punishing the wicked. Nod. But how do we find the real criminals? All we know is that there are 4 people about as tall as us. But that's just it. There are plenty of others smaller than us who aren't children. Time to stare at the convenient Lalafell. Lalafells! 4 of them. I may have seen them. See, I like to watch all the different people who come through here. And I've only seen one group of 4 Lalafells, and they just got here the other day. Yozan, you remember the cart Slapborn caught you trying to sneak into. They're the ones who own it. I thought they were Lalafells. Now we can begin the real investigation by looking into them. Cheering and nodding. I thought it'd be funny if the Lalafell was still standing there. What if they're armed? Shouldn't we have weapons too? I don't know why Koharu thinks this is fun. We're supposed to be clearing our names, aren't we? I told you I'd find them. It occurs to me that if you don't know much about Final Fantasy XIV, you might be completely unprepared for the direction the Omega raids go. And that's fun to think about. We'll get there. Short arms of the law. Miss Sucro, Koharu's found our suspects. They parked their cart around the southeast gate. Come on, let's go investigate, but be quiet. We don't want them to know that we're onto them yet. Well, no, that just sounds like what Omega regularly does, and I don't remember what larboard means. If that is... I remember starboard. Classic of group of children investigating mysteries is all of them hiding around a corner. Very Scooby-Doo action. Watching Koharu and Yozan work together is exciting, isn't it? We're good at passing unseen, but not in the middle of town. Mr. Slapborn will see us if we're not really careful. Koharu, are you sure that's them? Are they all going to peek out behind the corner? See? See? Those are our Lalafells, alright. Yeah, I think these were the people in that cutscene. But how do we prove there are criminals? From here, it doesn't look like they've got the grimoire. Could it be hidden in the cart? In their cart? The other two might have it as well, or maybe we've got the wrong people. I think I have an idea of how to find out. Roka, can you play along? Nod. Larboard is the opposite of starboard? I thought that was something else. Have you heard about Romena's store? They're saying someone stole a grimoire from it. That's old news. I think they've even given up hunting for the criminals. It's too bad though, I wanted that grimoire for myself. Why? Because it's got the location of the treasure? Shh, do you want everyone to know about all the buried gold and jewels? What about the weapons, They say those are stronger than the Empire's. I'd spent so much time learning that the treasure's in Camp Revenant's Toll, but I'll never find it now. Well, not without the grimoire anyway, so why not just give up while you're ahead? Did you hear that? The lad just said there's gold and silver and weapons out around that old camp. Oh ho ho, imagine how pleased the boss will be with this. Come on, let's go. Oh no. I'm awake! I'm awake! Huh? Where'd you go? Yeah, I remember distinctly this specific... Move yourself, sister! Time's a-wastin'! This specific Lalafell was panicking in that other scene as well. Wait, I can't run as fast as you! I mean, hey, the plan worked, didn't it? That was brilliant, Yozan. If there are criminals, they'll show up... Yozan, if there are criminals, they'll show up at the camp with the grimoire. And if the other two are anything like that duo, we shouldn't have any trouble catching them. That's a relief. I was expecting hardened criminals, but that lot couldn't frighten a baby horsebird. We just have to beat them to Camp Revenant's Toll now. From the way they took the bait, I don't think we have much time. We'd better hurry. Nod. Classic plan. What? Corgi located. Corgi pet. Hey, get back here. The corgi has vanished into the distance. Oh. There we go. Close up of a corgi. Corgi is important. Probably extremely expensive still. Yeah, the corgi wasn't invented yet when that happened. It's all very well waiting around for our criminals, but what do we do once they're here? We learned how to wait silently and unseen in Doma. Yozan never took to it as well as we did, though. Oh, this is all terribly exciting. I hope they'll come quietly, but if they don't, you'll have to take care of them, Miss Sucro. I like how the music was in rhythm with the Lalafell steps. Gold, jewels, weapons, all hidden somewhere in this dump where no one would think to look. I think I'll take it all. Garlemald laid my homeland to waste, so I'll use the riches to rebuild, and the weapons, oh, I'll use them to make the world mine. Nods. Of all the secrets of Eld I thought this grimoire held, the location of a lost treasure was not one. Well, that was easy. It's weird for Sucro to be tall relative to other people in the scene. Well, 'tis a matter of knowing where to look. Tell us, how do we read it? Is there a cipher, or must we use some sort of incantation? That's a good question. I'll be sure to tell you just as soon as I learn the answer. What, you buffoon? Why did you not think to find out? I'm sorry, Gagarua. It just didn't seem important at the time. The four kids crossing their arms and Sucro looking over and then crossing her arms a second later. That's really good. Why you? Huh? What are they doing? Go play elsewhere. Adults are working here, children. We're not children. We're the Doman Adventurers Guild. We're here to arrest you for stealing the grimoire from Rowena's. Also, Sucro's not a child either. Oh, Gagarua. Those are the children who talked about the treasure. They'll know how to read the grimoire for sure. Dot, dot, dot. You two have been had. I knew something smelled fishy about this. You prize pair of pinheads! No one makes a fool of Gagarua, you hear me? No one. We shall teach these younglings a painful lesson about meddling in others' affairs. Come, summon the thing! What the? Oh, that. It's not here. Why is that? I forgot this was a comedy questline. You sent it away, Gagarua. You said it would draw too much attention to us. I love the really long pauses. So we'll just do the dirty work then? I forgot about the crime squad. This is so silly. Oh. This doesn't seem like a fair fight. Can we help from back here, I mean? Just do like you did with Mr. Boulder, Miss Sucro. I'll leave them to you, Miss Sucro, but someday I'll show you what Miss Ida taught me. I'll heal you if you get hurt, Miss Sucro. Later, when I have a potion. Hey, what's up? One of you against all three of mine? Ah, you don't stand a mammoth's chance in the hells. Well. Kill. 12 above. Where did those younglings find so... I don't know how to say... Puissant. Is that how you say that word? A protector. I've got a feeling I've seen her before. Wait, quick everyone, come here. Folding arms. Huddle. It's little wonder we were outmatched. That's Sucro Funk, the hero of the Scions. You don't mean the lass who's beaten a load of primals and smashed the Imperial ultimatum weapon to bits? We can discuss her deeds and why she's with the children later, Wawatan. Barbara, Lilina, we must do as we practiced. Well met, Scion. Yes, we know full well who you are, but hear me. You won't be adding us to your list of fallen foes. Are you ready, my friends? As our forefathers before us, we have a winged beast in our thrall whose strength is so great as to tear primals in twain and turn brave men to whimpering wretches. O mighty Valefor, we summon you with our prayers. Descend from the heavens and vanquish our foes. Valefor? Oh, I remember this bit. Isn't something supposed to happen? she fell asleep again, or forgot to run. It was a trick. Damn it, they got away! Hey, there they go. Faster than they look, aren't they? Oh yeah, she could have been doing that, probably. Wait, they're running towards the city, though. Eh? Oh. They're waving back. God, this is very silly. That was a queer bunch, make no mistake. But they forgot one thing, the grimoire. This game using the word queer so often, it's unusual for the game to be doing this. What with how modern parlance has changed. I think that's words that make sense. An antiquated grimoire stolen from Moana's House's splendors. I wonder how those four are related. They seem fun. I hope I can talk to them again someday. They turned tail and ran when they learned who you were, Miss Sucro. Oops. Ah, now that we've got the grimoire, all we need to do is show it to Mr. Slapborn and explain what happened. Come on, what are we waiting for? If shit sucks, hit the bricks. Warrior of Light if you're quick. Yep, pretty much. Wait. Did I ever... What did I call this? Did I ever show this picture on stream at any point? Because this is important. I amuse myself with my shit posting. An important image. Anyway. R.I.P. Thancred. I always just think it's funniest to make fun of Thancred out of anybody. What did the Doman children have to say for themselves? Found the book. Found the criminals. I'm over here now. I've teleported down the steps. The younglings and the grimoire? So it is as I feared and they are responsible for stealing it, yes? Nope. Gagarua? No, I cannot say I'm familiar with him. But if you say he and his conspirators are to blame, then I will believe it. I will report to the guild and ensure we are all on the lookout for that gang. Well, you may consider yourselves exonerated. That you reclaim the grimoire and your good name says much of your bravery, younglings. Mr. Slapborn, we are not younglings. We are the Doman Adventurers Guild. All the world will soon know our name, and one day we'll even be more famous than Miss Sucro. More famous than Sucro, eh? Well, I look forward to seeing that. Well, as one adventurer to another, let me say well done. You outfitted yourselves with honor today, my friends. What a fun little quest line. I forgot it was this good, actually. I forgot about the funny crime gang and the funny kids. What brave men and women they're becoming, eh? But they're still in the bloom of youth, growing yet not fully grown. They need a gentle hand to guide them and a strong arm to protect them. Pray, friend, be that for them. Nod. Yay, materia for... Now I can probably go talk to Hozan again. There's a Lulu Final Fantasy X over here. I didn't know there was a minion of Lulu, actually. We should pay our respects to Slapborn while we and the others have time to spare, would you not agree? In that case, I ask that you go on ahead and wait for us with Slapborn. I will require a moment to gather the others, but I do not expect it will take long. For a second I was going to see, oh, the person who has Lulu summoned even kind of looks like Lulu, but I think that was a different person. Like they were kind of dressed in a similar way. Unrelated person, though. Judging from the way I've seen the Domans running about, I gather they're busy with preparations for their long voyage. It is as you say, Master Slapborn. Interesting that... I guess some quirk of how the cutscenes are done means that Sophie and Radovan are still over there in this shot? They're the Gunbreaker questline NPCs? So they're like not supposed to be relevant to this in any way? The day many of us thought would never come has arrived, and now we make ready to return to our homeland. Let me assure you, however, that we have no intention of abandoning our responsibilities. My people have either completed their labors or ensured that others may easily do so in their stead. Earnest as ever, I'm grateful, truly, but you needn't have gone to such trouble. Revenant's Toll. Gods, when I think back to what this place once was, how it's changed and what it's become. I can't imagine it without you lot here. You made this place what it is, same as we did. None would dare say different. Tragedy drove you from your lands and delivered you to our shores, but from that tragedy came a new beginning. A hope that we shared with every soul that passed through our gates. And that, my friends, is more precious than any riches. I pray you carry it with you to Doma, and that it grant you strength when you have need of it. We will, Master Slapborn. I swear to you, we'll never forget this blessed place. You gave us the opportunity to work with the Frontier Hands to build Revenant's Toll. All the skills and experience we gained will be put to good use in rebuilding the Enclave. And then when we've finished, I pray you will come and visit. Nod. Aye, we'd be honored to receive you and any other man or woman or child of Revenant's Toll. Let this not be an ending, but another new beginning, the beginning of a lasting relationship between our two homes. That is my dream for the future of our peoples. As we built these walls stone by stone, may we build it together. Ha ha ha! Well said, well said. Nod. Damn it, if we keep on like this, I'm liable to start bawling. So, let us move things along. I hope you won't mind another parting gift. The lost treasure of Revenant's Toll, courtesy of your younglings. The foreman's expecting you. A most surprising but welcome gift. We shall endeavor not to drink it all at once. We will collect the bottles and return to our preparations at once. Thank you, Master Slapborn. And thank you, Sucro, for everything. Bow. Before you go, I have a favor to ask. Well, Philomene, actually. She wants you to bring Yozan and his friends to her up in Rowena's cafe. The wine's for the adults, you see. She's got something else for the children. I doubt it'll take too long for you to find him. You have a knack for this sort of thing, after all. My thanks to you. My thanks to you. Said it weird. Words are difficult, as I say. Often. Who am I looking for? Yozan. That makes sense. You haven't been looking for us, have you? We don't have to leave yet, do we? We still have time? Hey, Miss Sucro, what are you doing here? Oh, hey there, Miss Sucro. You're not here to say goodbye, are you? It's not fair. Why do they get to decide it's time... Why do they get to decide it's time to go back? I mean, I miss Doma too, but they should have asked us first. Huh? Miss Philamine wants us to come to the cafe? Whatever it is she thinks we did, we... Oh, it's not like that? Well, alright then. With me, guild members, Miss Philamine needs us. You too, Miss Sucro. So imagine a fair bit of time has passed between what we just did and this, I suppose. Probably, even though they had stuff to account for. Hey, wait. Why is there a treasure chest over here? It's just like a weird treasure chest that kind of stands out. And also, it's just outside the map enough that when you approach it, the music cuts. What? Does this seem ominous to anyone else? I feel like this is unintentional, but still. I think it's just decoration, but it's ominous nonetheless. You came! I've been waiting for you all for so long. All members of the Doman Adventurers Guild reporting for duty. Okay, look, but it's an MMORPG Final Fantasy game, and treasure chests are usually located in only very specific places, like the deep dungeons. So what's the adventure? Monster hunting? Garlean gold? Oh my, nothing so dramatic. Rather, I wanted to give you all a reward. A reward? Really? A reward for your many deeds and service to Revenant's Toll. When the frontier hands needed a helping hand, you were there. When there was no one else to look after the younger children, you were there. And through it all, each and every one of you carried out your duties with a smile. That's why you're more than brave adventurers, you're heroes to the people of the Toll. Heroes deserving of a very special reward that just so happens to be right over there. Oh. That's why there's a treasure chest. Because adventurers love those. Treasure! It was intentional, and it's related to this. Okay. Nod. Wow, look at these! I wonder where she got the treasure chest. Look, Miss Sucro, she got us matching hats! Oh, I forgot about that. That's adorable. We'll make them the official uniform of the Doman Adventurers Guild. I was expecting her to give them candy or something for some reason. They suit you, little ones. Wear them with pride. Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltoday, thought you were away on important Scion business. Recently returned, and it's a good thing we are. We heard of your impending journey and hope to see you before you left. We're both very happy that you may finally return to your homeland. They have great need of stalwart adventurers like you lot there. But I don't want to say goodbye. Then don't. There's no need to. You're adventurers, are you not? Adventurers never stay in one place, for it's not who we are. We walk paths all our own, never truly beholden to any one nation or creed. So don't say goodbye, because we may, nay, we will meet again. Nod. You'll see, we'll become the most famous adventurers in Yangsha, and then we'll return to Eorzea and become famous here too. Everyone may know the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Warrior of Light, but just you wait, years from now they'll all be talking about the Doman Adventurers Guild. I'm looking forward to it. Grow strong, grow famous, lead the tales, little ones. Introducing Final Fantasy XIV 2, starring these four, grown up. We must get going, but thank you again for making the arrangements. Take care. Right, we mustn't neglect our training. Find the heaviest crates and carry them to the horseboard... Carry them to the horsebird carriages. Miss Sucro, Miss Philamine, thank you for the caps. We'll take good care of them. Nod. I don't think I had anything to do with this, but sure. You'd think I'd be used to it by now, having to see your children off, but... Does the music still fade out when I approach this door? It sure does. And the door says no entry on it. But I think all the roped off doors just have that sign. Still makes that particular door unintentionally seem really ominous. Clearly that's where Deep Dungeon 4 is located. For whatever reason, they've decided that all future Deep Dungeons are going to start in Mordona, I guess. Including that one that I'm making up right now. And I say that because the third one is related to Korabanta over here. But, can't do that yet. She used to have a quest for, like, repeating the Crystal Tower raids, but they removed that and made her relevant to the new Deep Dungeon instead. The infinite storerooms of suffering. Yes. That's one way you could have a sideways dungeon, is just a storeroom that kept going. Wait, no, it would basically be the back rooms, wouldn't it? Well, not exactly. That's more of like infinite hallways, I guess. With nothing in it. And a storeroom has a lot of stuff in it by default. Typically speaking. So we going to move the crates or what? It's still a lot of work everyone has to do before we can leave, so let's play until then. Is it true you're all going back to Doma? We saw this specific tiny cat child in an earlier cutscene in this sequence too. When someone was talking to, sound of someone landing with a heavy impact next to me as I try to remember anything I'm speaking about. Yeah, when that one guy was talking to Eilina, when the camera panned back over, that specific small child was staring at him for whatever reason. Was it Daware who was talking to her? I don't think that's a good idea. Weren't you sick most of the way here? And while we're on the ship, we'll have plenty of time to train. The children told me you took them to see Philamine. I should speak with her as well. I had an idea about exchanging recipes via missives or perhaps even link pearl. Where was this supposed to go again? Once I thought this a barren wasteland that would never serve as a home for us. How wrong I was. Matching hats? What a sweet gesture from the Scions. I'm sure they'll cherish them for years to come. The children are delighted with their new hats. Miss Philamine could not have chosen a better gift. Preparations are proceeding apace. Slapboard and the guild have finalized arrangements for the ship. So once we've finished here, we need only make our way south. How many times have I thanked you, I wonder? Not enough, that much I know. Thank you, Sucro, from the bottom of my heart. You are and ever shall be a true friend to Doma and her people. Bow. I expect you'll find yourself in the Enclave before us. If so, I pray you tell Kozakura that we shall join her soon. It's weird how it doesn't, like, the map doesn't go to the Enclave, because that is a teleportation location that we have access to. I need to remember to repair my equipment. Sucro, you're returned from Eorzea. They're homeward bound then. It comes as a relief to hear that there were no complications. Thank you for facilitating their return. I shall inform Lord Hien at the first opportunity. We have a mountain of work ahead of us, but with their help I'm confident we can see it through, and I hope I can count on your assistance in the future as well. This is probably the part of the actual, like, restoration stuff. Sucro, Kami be praised. I was hoping you might pay us a visit. It is as ever an honor. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Once again, I must thank you for helping our brothers and sisters secure passage back home. With so many skilled craftsmen soon to be at our disposal, we of the Shazenkai are ready to proceed to the next stage of our plan to rebuild the Enclave. Which brings me to a rather delicate matter. Perhaps you will find this shameless, but circumstances being what they are, I see no other way. The reconstruction and revitalization of the Enclave cannot hope to succeed without the contribution of wealthy individuals such as yourself. I understand if you wish to refuse outright, but I beg of you, please listen to our proposal in full before you decide. For the sake of Doma and her people, I should be glad to lend a hand, or it's no bother, really, let's hear it, or what's in it for me? It's no bother. Thank you, Sucro. I shall endeavor to be brief. Where to begin? Of course, it's important that you understand the state of the Enclave at present. I'm sure you recall how everything was when you first arrived, rubble in the streets, buildings in ruin, and so forth. While we've made some superficial progress since the castle fell and Doma was liberated, the scars of the occupation are far from healed. Since antiquity, the kingdom of Doma has prospered from the gifts of the One River. The success of our agriculture and industry is intricately tied to our position here. Alas, in our struggle against the Garleans over the decades, much of what was built over centuries was lost. Fertile farmlands that once yielded produce for export were despoiled, and what little remained could barely feed our people. Our foreign rulers did not hesitate to impose their will on local industry as well. Not only were we forced to purchase goods from imperial concerns, regardless of quality or cost, but our merchants were also forced to sell their wares to Garleans at a loss, assuming they received compensation at all. While those dark days are behind us, many of our former trading partners are reluctant to engage us in trade agreements for fear of the Empire's wrath. And so, for the most part, we must continue to fend for ourselves and craft what tools and so forth we require. Or so we would if we had the facilities. Forgive me, it's not so dire as it may sound. Our problems may be many, but we're all wholly committed to the challenge before us. We're not unlike the Shazenso, a hardy herb that can thrive in even the most inhospitable of conditions. I took inspiration from its strength and stubbornness when deciding on a name for our organization, in fact. No matter the struggle, no matter the cost, the Shazenkai will do everything in its power to overcome every hurdle and rebuild this home of ours. Nod. Please excuse my sudden fit of passion. It was most unbecoming. Anyway, I've spoken of the general state of the Enclave. Let's discuss more specific concerns. Having said that, it'd be simpler if you were to see things with your own eyes. Please head to the work site north of the Aetheryte and speak with Mitsuba. I shall join you shortly. Yeah, this is definitely the beginning of, like, the actual restoration portion. So I'll get to the part where we then just have to contribute materials for a while. And that'll be as much of this as I cover. Hello, Yugiri. Seeing these families celebrate the return of their loved ones, it's rekindled a yearning for my homeland I'd thought long buried. But my duty is to Lord Hien. I swore allegiance to Doma, and it falls to me to fill the void left by Gosetsu's departure. Well, well, you're Sucro Funk, aren't you? In need of a hot meal? Actually, she's here at my behest. I thought it would be best if a potential patron saw our efforts firsthand. If you'd be so kind as to explain to her what you do. Oh, foisting the burden onto me, are we? Very well, if you insist. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I'm Mitsuba. Once upon a time, I owned and operated the largest tavern in the Enclave. I had a hand in everything, from balancing the ledgers to stirring the cookpots. Owing to my experience, I've been asked to oversee the work here in the 10,000 stalls. Looking around. Questioning head tilt. Ah, was the exact same look I gave Kozukuro when she showed me this place. 10,000 stalls? By the kami, there's not even 10. But mark me, there will be. When we're through, this place will have on offer every imaginable cuisine. Just thinking about it's enough to set my heart racing and my mouth watering. As I explained earlier, however, trade, or lack thereof, is a major problem at present. We simply aren't getting enough shipments of consumables from outside Yangsha, so our people are forced to eat the same simple fare day after day. However, once our negotiations with foreign concerns bear fruit, we should be able to exchange whatever surplus we produce for a wider variety of ingredients, bringing us closer to realizing Mitsuba's vision. This may seem like a silly goal to strive for, but by improving the quality of life for our people in a clear, understandable manner, we can motivate them to work harder and tackle more difficult tasks. Doma will not be rebuilt in a fortnight, and we need every victory, however small. We've a bloody long road ahead of us, but we only need to take it one step at a time. Whatever help you can contribute to the cause would be welcome. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us, Mitsuba. We should head back to the Shazenkai and continue our conversation there so as not to get in the way of their work. There's not too much left to explain, but if you would indulge me a little longer, I would be grateful. Bow. Wave. Nod. Etc. There's a funny creature here. I have no idea what this funny creature is. I'm sure I'll learn about that eventually. There's also a bird. The 10,000 stalls are but one example of what we hope to build here in the Enclave. Alas, it will take much time and effort. And it will also take tremendous resources. Resources that I pray you will be willing to contribute. Raw materials, foodstuffs, linens, medicines, all this and more would be welcome, would be of use. Anything and everything you can afford to part with would be welcome. Furthermore, as a token of our appreciation, we will provide a small gratuity relative to the value of the items you relinquish. You need only place these items in the donation basket to my left. I will calculate the gratuity and pay you immediately. So yeah, this is the main mechanic of the whole Enclave restoration. Or reconstruction. The items will be used to supply and finance the reconstruction of the Doman Enclave. But there's only so much you can donate at a time, so... There's a weekly donation limit. Oh boy. This is usually what I use all my random equipment for. Or what I usually did. Use all of it for. So, I hope you can use these boulder claws. And this lakeland rod. And these, Imperial Magitech Tuck. Balder Planisphere, etc. as you donate. On behalf of the Shazenkai Sukro, I thank you for your support. Wave. The proceeds from your contributions have already been used to great effect, but I would not have you take me at my word alone. I pray you pay a visit to Mitsuba of the 10,000 Stalls. She should be glad to tell you of the progress they've made. So it seems like it's fast now, but it's not. Oh, I'm not allowed to use the donation more until I do that. I think that was this way. Oh, the bird has landed on this Lalafell. So I mean, I guess we'll see some of this. We'll see some of it. Good to see you again, Sukro. Kozakura tells me you've been quite generous of late. On behalf of all of us, I thank you. As you can see, we've got the frames up now. Just the bones of what's to come, but perhaps it's easier than before to imagine how that stall over there will one day be a proper kitchen. Unfortunately, we've yet to address the poor supply issue. While it's true we've no shortage of rice and a few varieties of vegetables, some river fish as well, there's little else of note. The land here has always been well suited to rice cultivation, and you can't blame a farmer for taking advantage of that. But a man can't live off rice and nothing else. Hunting was more viable in the past, but these days you can't go more than halfway down the road to the next village without tripping over a shikigami or worse. Not much game to be found at any rate, unless you're keen to try cooking koja, and I'm not. Which leaves fish and whatever livestock we can raise on our own, which is not nearly enough to meet our needs. Brother, can you stand? Speak to me. Oh, it's the Buddha again. I have no strength to rise, brother. The void within my belly is all-consuming. And they're being a comedy group now. Leave me, only the Firewalker matters. The Buddha must thrive. Mine own vision grows dim, brothers. So distracted was I by the Lupin's lengthy lectures that I paid no heed to my growing hunger. I fear we are undone. Too far from the steppe have we come to return for rations, and I have yet to see a single sheep in this stronghold. I say, you lot look as though you're in dire need of a meal. We've got rice balls to spare if you like. You would share with us your food? We would be eternally grateful. Nod. I don't know why the Buddha are here, but they are. Delicious, delicious! I've emerged from dark into light, and my full belly now basks in the sun. In shape and color, it reminds me of booze, though it lacks any sort of filling. Booze, the Zayla delicacy, I presume. A steamed dumpling or some such. They're a fair bit different, but you can use all sorts of things as filling for rice balls. Miso-flavored meat is one of my personal favorites. In fact, but unfortunately, we're having trouble securing a steady supply of meat at the moment. Yeah, unconscionable. Without meat, your bodies will not grow strong and robust. A Buddha who does not eat meat is no Buddha. The traders of the steppe are rich in that which you lack, and will gladly trade meat for your produce. In gratitude for your kindness, let us make introductions on your behalf. Well, far be it from me to refuse. Wait until the Shazenkai hears about this. Our tribe, the Buddha, will gladly give you all the meat that you desire, if you will give us the one you call Hien. You're asking a bit much. I like the sure why not option. That's putting it lightly. That said, from what I've heard, Lord Hien often speaks of his time with the mole quite fondly. But even if the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, I doubt he'd go with you for all the booze in the steppe. I assume that's pronounced booze, but it's not the alcohol. Construction of the 10,000 stalls is proceeding apace, and talks with the traders of reunion may soon lead to a wider variety of foodstuffs. As you continue to contribute to the Shazenkai and the reconstruction effort, in what other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? I mean, that was a little bit of snark. Did the Doman reconstruction stuff happen during Shadowbringers and that's why? I don't quite remember. I don't remember if this was in the lead up to that or if it was after Shadowbringers. But in any case, we can at least continue donating. I'm gonna donate this stuffed alpha. That'll be very helpful, I'm sure. I have too much garbage. They really do. What? Wait, no, I need that. Hold on. Okay, that's level 60. Berserker's scale mail? Does that look cool? No, it looks normal. That's fine, we can get rid of it then. Too much portable luggage, indeed. Thank you so much for the contribution. We pray you will favor us with your generosity in the future as well. And then... that'll work. Oh wow. All I require is your soul, huh? On behalf of the Shazenkai Sukro, I thank you for your support. Nod. I'm pleased to inform you that we've made great strides in our efforts to rebuild the Enclave. Maybe I should just donate to the Enclave every time I stream and see if anything happens? That could be a way to cover all this, actually. Unless stuff starts being way slower than this. Owing to your many contributions, the 10,000 stalls have seen further development. As you continue to contribute to the Shazenkai and the reconstruction effort, in what other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? Okay, not like more story too much this time, just a little bit. We've yet to allocate additional funds to pay gratuity for donations. That reminds me that there is a Sucro fact that specifically states anything that alludes to Sucro being or having been a Reaper is non-canon, and I feel like what you just mentioned might be related to that. But yeah. Let's not talk too much about future content, especially stuff I wouldn't know about. But not saying that you are, like, doing anything wrong, just a fair little warning. We might be slightly approaching talking about the future too much territory. I don't know. What's up, Hian? You've heard naught from our intrepid Alphino? He travels under my protection as an emissary of Doma, and I would share any news of his journey. In the meantime, you might enjoy seeing what the act of rescuing our conscripts has done for the Enclave's restoration efforts. Their homecoming has been as an invigorating wind, and we return to our labors with renewed purpose. That's fair, and I appreciate it, though I think, like, for future reference, we should probably avoid lines like that entirely as well, even if we're not providing context. Anyway, that was the Doman Restoration stuff that we can do for right now. I think this is correct. It's about time to proceed into Heaven on High, which is right here. But also, wait, does the side quest for it not begin around here? Well, these all seem to be extreme primals, if I had to guess. Okay, where does the Heaven on High stuff begin? Heaven on High quests. Knocking on Heaven's door. I thought it was around here. You're in the Ruby Sea. It might not be right here. It might be nearby somewhere. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, okay. I forgot where Isari was. I've heard that the two best classes for soloing Heaven on High specifically are Gunbreaker and Warrior, I believe. I will probably be continuing to play as a Paladin, and I don't think I'll be trying to solo it right now, but maybe later. Probably easier to solo than Palace of the Dead. You are not Heaven on High. You are like a tribal quest line, probably. I do have Clemency. I think Clemency is... I think I have Clemency in Palace, even. What level is it? 58. Yeah, you'd get that in Palace of the Dead. So, I mean, it would help. It's just that Paladin's damage isn't super high, and they have to, like, stop doing damage to cast Clemency, whereas Warrior and Gunbreaker have more sustain built into their rotations, I think. More or less. Knocking on Heaven's door. But before that, let's be right back. Whoop. I have returned. Hello. To answer a question that was mostly said in jest, completing all the tribal quest lines doesn't get you a ship part from King Jeff, though it should. But completing all the different tribal quests in the different sections of the game does give you rewards like glamour, fashion items, and also emotes and stuff. Like if you complete all the Realm Reborn tribal quests, you get like an epilogue tribal quest where they all work together and you get a reward, and then the same thing happens for Heaven's Word and so on. I don't know if there's one of those for every expansion, at least there's probably not yet, but that's just a thing that eventually happens. But hello. I am also looking forward to Shadowbringers, by the way. Oh, and Clemency is pretty decently strong, but you can only use it so many times because it does have an MP cost and everything. I'll show you in a moment. You're Sucro, correct? The one Rasho is looking for, if I'm not mistaken? He told me that if you showed up, I should send you to Kyusei in Crick. Why? Buggered if I know. Nobody tells me anything around here. He'd be better off asking Kyusei himself. So it's covered up by the closed captions, but I currently have... Oh, that's a really good number. I have 30303 HP, or 30,303. That's funny. And 10,000 MP. Clemency costs 2,000 MP a shot. Has a little bit of a cast time. It cures 6641. So that's like a fifth of my hit points for a small cast time and a fifth of my MP. So it's like, it's not the best cure ever, but it's also not worthless. It's an okay button that, like in most cases, is an emergency button that can help. Yeah, but like Warrior and Gunbreaker, or at least Gunbreaker, has some small heals built into like their 1-2-3 combo and stuff like that. So they have a bit more of sustained healing in that way. And also I think Paladin has some disadvantages, like I think Hallowed Ground... I don't remember if this is the longest or the shortest invincibility cooldown, but it is 420. Which is funny, because that's the funny number. All tanks except Paladin have a heal? Well... yeah, this does other stuff. Like, this gives you MP and part of it. But yeah, I don't get like a heal. I do have a small barrier as a button, but that's just one of my mitigation options, I guess. Oh, it's the longest? Gotcha. I was pretty sure it was the longest, but then I second-guessed myself once I looked at it. I think Warriors is the shortest, if I remember correctly. Holmgang, 240, yeah. Oh, there's a big snail happening. That's probably fine. Wait. Oh, that's a major boss, not just like a sort of a boss. I can't handle that on my own. Yeah, Dark Knight's invulnerability cooldown is the most question marks one, I guess. Gunblades is the most make the healer have a panic moment one. The most scare the healer button. I think it was mentioned in the stream before, but Paladin is apparently a little bit behind all of the other tanks in terms of DPS at the moment. So that's also worth considering, probably. I'm going the wrong way. Paladin is, I think, my favorite, though, as evidenced by me playing it. Kyusei. Ah. Ah, you must be Sucro Funk. Rasho speaks very highly of you. In fact, there's something that we should like to discuss. All will be revealed in due course, but I feel a change of venue is in order. Pray, wait for us at the foot of heaven on high. Whoop. I shall do so. Is this like an airship dock, basically? Like, this is specifically here for you have to... It feels like this is specifically here for you have to fly straight up. And then you can go here. That's kind of funny. Oh yeah, that's also true. The DPS thing is mostly for high-level rating and whatever, but... It is a true fact that the DPS is a little bit lower, and that probably does have a small impact on the rest of the game. Especially because I assume they will probably correct this at some point. Magnificent, is it not? But as you may have guessed, we did not call you here to admire the view. Well, that's an easy video thumbnail, I guess. Rather, we'd like you to help us explore heaven on high. Perhaps it's best we explain from the beginning. Kyusei, if you would be so kind. Nod. A few nights passed while I was rearranging supplies in one of the storerooms. I happened across a trapdoor that I had never noticed before. Upon opening it, I found a tunnel leading underground. I feel like... 6.3 was the big paladin rework, right? I think overall the ideas behind the rework were good. They just need to adjust some of the potencies afterwards, and I think it'll be fine. I think saying it was unkind to paladin might be a little bit of an exaggeration. Of course, I wasn't at endgame paladin at that point, and I'm not yet even now. So I can only sort of compare the two in my personal experience, but I feel like the class feels good to use at the moment. Yeah, it just needs potency tweaking. And 6.4 isn't too far away. I'm guessing they might adjust that a little bit in that one. Upon opening it, I found a tunnel leading underground. The passage led to a chamber lined with an array of bizarre machinery, all glowing and humming. Against my better judgment, I reached out and touched one of the devices and was enveloped by a blinding light. Yeah, okay, that's fair. The next thing I knew, I found myself in a series of ornate hallways, and I was not alone. There were hideous fiends with gnashing fangs and grasping claws everywhere I looked. But gunbreakers weren't in the game yet at this point. How are there gnashing fangs everywhere? It was all I could do to run for my very life until I chanced to cross a shining orb. As I approached it, I was once more blinded by light. We found him sprawled out in a hidden room below the storage shed. After he came to and shared his experiences, we examined these machines he found. It turns out they're a form of gateway that leads inside heaven on high. And therein lies the problem. Questioning head tilt. Being from Eorzea, you might not be aware that this tower and the island on which it stands are regarded as sacred. It's believed that when the Kami first came to the Ruby Sea, they created Onokoro and built heaven on high as a stairway connecting the earth and their home high above the clouds. The devout are loath to set foot on Onokoro for fear of incurring the wrath of the Kami. To enter into the tower would be an even greater blasphemy. We Confederates, on the other hand, come and go as we please. Since no one else had settled on this island, we claimed it for ourselves. It takes more than a few silly folktales to scare us, after all. But imagine what might happen if people who do set store by such tales learned we'd been poking around in heaven on high. If they heard we were claiming that this holy ground was in fact filled with hellish beasts. Considering. At best, they may never trade with us again, and the most fanatical among them might be so bold as to come here with anger in their hearts and murder in their eyes. However, we dare not ignore the threat posed by the denizens of the tower. If Kyusei could escape, what's to stop those creatures from doing the same? Therefore, I would conduct an investigation quietly. If we dedicate large numbers of Confederates to storming the tower, it won't be long before people start asking questions. On the other hand, few would notice the absence of an outsider such as yourself. And when the fighting starts, you alone are worth a dozen or more of my best men. One more thing. Strange magics govern the tower, suppressing the strength of all who enter. But if anyone can overcome such hindrances, it's you. For what it's worth, I shall be on hand to provide what little assistance I can. I will leave the exploration of the tower in your capable hands. Leave it to me. Determined emote. Kyusei may not be the fighting sort, but his knowledge of heaven on high should prove useful. Nod, nod. I will also be operating the teleportation device to provide entry to the tower. Thankfully, you will be much better prepared than I was to face the horrors that lurk within. When you're ready, come and find me by the storeroom. Yep. They sure do have a roguelike infestation. It's funny how they described stuff that was very obviously just like game mechanics. I take it your preparations are complete? Before you enter Heaven on High, I should tell you more about the magics that Rasho mentioned. The scouts that we sent inside all claimed they could feel their very ether being sapped, and that their weapons were somehow robbed of their potency. Even their most forceful blows did little more than graze their enemies. You're familiar with such a phenomenon? Me? I don't know nothing about no strange phenomenon. Great dialogue option, thank you, but I'm quite familiar, yes. Is that so? How strange. This kind of enfeebling magic can only have been activated by... Ahem, excuse me, I have a tendency to ramble. This is hardly the time for me to start hypothesizing. Luckily, there's a way to circumvent the tower's magical field to some degree. Please take this with you. It will allow you to wield what is known as an Empyrean Aether Pool weapon. It was discovered inside the tower and slowly channels a person's ether into the form of a blade, spellcasting tome, or what have you. The longer an Empyrean Aether Pool weapon is used, the more powerful it becomes. I must stress, however, that even with one of these weapons, progress from one floor to the next will be far from easy. Exploration will largely involve traveling upwards using the teleportation devices inside, which are likely to be heavily guarded. Considering the dangers you'll face, we've decided to restrict the investigation to the lower levels for the time being. Once you reach the 30th floor, please report your findings to Rasho and myself. We shall then discuss whether it's safe to continue past that point. Nod. Although we shan't be joining you on the expedition, we Confederates are eager to lend our support. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. And so, Heaven on High is now accessible. You may enter solo or in a party of up to 4 players. As usual, start at level 61. Further details can be learned, etc. So, well, unlike the other deep dungeon, we have no progress here because we just unlocked it. So I will be starting at no levels for this stuff, I guess. And, I guess we should enter with a matched party. Probably have 2 random people instead of just us 2. Maybe, since I have no levels on anything. Now, if I had levels, it'd be different, but I don't. So it's not different than what I just said, because it's the same as what I just said. Now, the average wait time does say more than 30 minutes, so it might be that nobody gives a shit, or any other swear word, about Heaven on High at the moment. So we might be kind of forced into, We might not be able to get random people. Well. I guess we can try a fixed party. One of your party members does not meet the requirements for this duty. Oh, it must be because save slots and whatnot, because we just created one by trying to join. No worries. Well, I guess we can try with just 2 for now. Oh yeah, it is the music from Shisui. How much can I manage to do with no levels? Let's find out. I can do okay. At least at drawing attention. Definitely need to look out for silver boxes though. The sword and shield looks kind of cool at least. Yay! Otter. I'm gonna thoroughly explore floors, just in case. Or at least, like, slightly thoroughly. Oh, we found the accursed horde by accident. Well, that works. As with Palace of the Dead, I assume the music changes every few floors. Or I'm pretty sure it does. I mean, I've been here before. I don't remember if this is always the music at the start, though. It might be. Also, as with Palace of the Dead, enemies do not have directions in them, or in their, there's no directionality, or like, whatever. You're always in the correct position for positional attacks, if you have any. You can tell because their circles are like complete and don't have an open portion to indicate where the back of the enemy is. 1. Always count the landmines for good luck, bad luck, luck, science. Do not count the bombfish as landmines. They are merely landmine adjacent. The tip, maybe not that, maybe not then. I was going to say the tip from Palace of the Dead where the edges of the rooms tend to have less mines might still be true. Maybe I wasn't close enough to the wall, but I did immediately step on an impending trap when I said that, so, or I started to say that. But I don't know. There might be a pro strat to like stick to the walls. Maybe. Oh, there's a little Komenu. Doesn't that mean something if there's a little minion running around? I don't remember. Oh yeah, they do a buff. Blessings of Dog. Indeed. We missed a room, but do we want to run back? Not really. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. And now the music has changed. I don't remember where this music is from. I assume the third deep dungeon that they only recently added also has like a bunch of music from everywhere, and I'm really curious to know which songs are in that. Hey, Holy Spirit is here. Good. That's helpful. Oh, the accursed horde is actually present on this floor already, somewhere. I just noticed. Oh, the red mage now has raids, she says, so... I doubt I will be dying, but if I do, Aya can now revive me. I forgot again that Verez was level 64. I think I read a story somewhere of someone who was assumed that, like the other two magic DPS classes, or like the other magic DPS classes minus blue mage, I guess, that black mage also had a combat res, and they kept asking the black mage in the party to revive people, and then they felt really embarrassed later. It's another strength. I could have died if that was also a mine. I went the long way around for some reason. You might also notice that the item panel over here has 3 spaces for Magicite, which is a mechanic that was not in Palace of the Dead. Basically, those are just room nukes if you have them, or maybe even floor nukes. They're pretty strong. Also good for boss fights, I think. It's been a while, so I don't really remember for sure. Cool object, whatever this is. There's a bunch of it, but it's cool. Ah, we've gone in different directions. But there's nothing to worry about, because I'm cool and good at video games. Or whatever. Yeah, a lot of the monster models are going to be from other places as well, of course. Music from the House of the Fierce? Oh, there's no sprinting on this floor, maybe? Wait. No, we don't have the no sprinting. Is that, unless that's part of... Huh, weird. Maybe we do? I don't know. Oh, we have perma-sprint. That explains it, actually. Never mind. I should have figured that out from my animation, but I didn't. Oops, I accidentally hugged the enemy. Yeah, unfortunately it didn't quite work. But it was a good effort that I accidentally did. Oh hey, Vortex Magicite. Hooray, Requiescat. I don't think that's exactly how you say that. I think it's like Requiescat, actually.
Requiescat.
Yeah. Thank you, the internet. Anyway, here's a boss fight, I guess. And there's Vortex Magicite. It does the big numbers. If only I had a gap closer. That is, of course, only the first 10 floors. But yeah, I guess that's true. Requiescat is a pun. And one must consider such a thing. Zoop. So the first 10 floors pose a little obstacle for our intrepid friend, or should I say the warrior of light. After all, this is what Eorzeans call such a hero, is that not so? A title befitting the one who triumphed over the Black Wolf of Garlemald. I had no idea Western affairs were within your purview. Just how far does your reach extend? Well, this was the guy who let us in here. So he's only a little bit mysterious. Huh, you have too many secrets for my liking, but very well. Have it your way. Pretty sure that's the same guy, he's just wearing a different outfit. And have it my way I shall, for this is merely the beginning. Ominous. I can't carry any more poetics. Ah, beans. I keep forgetting. I don't remember how to spend poetics effectively, efficiently. I have to go buy a bunch of random garbage. Yeah, same guy. But what's in the funny silver bags? Confetti. Sophia Chocobo barding. Yeah, okay, sure. Oh. But where is the barding? There it is. I mean, I guess technically I don't need to worry too much about the poetics, but, you know, still. I must do some chores. Inventory management chores are required to continue. It's raining. I'm going the wrong way. I don't really know. Whatever the cheapest stuff is. It's fine. I will convert these to seals. Which I don't have any of. So that's fine. I hope you're ready to hear a noise 1,000 times. I have better stuff, yeah. No, wait, that was a kite shield. No! I'm die. I just threw away a shield because I forgot how words. Now I have to uninstall the game. That's not true. A bunch of people are advertising casinos and nightclubs and stuff because I dared approach a capital city. Yeah, I know. It's just frustrating because I've been keeping all this stuff around. There's no way to, like, lock an inventory slot. I didn't like those, I think. Yeah, everything below here is worse than what I've got. By the time I could equip that shield, it's 3 levels away though. I'm pretty sure it was a level 80 shield. I'm level 77. I would be there... I wouldn't have the levels to equip the Endwalker's shield, because by the time I could equip that, I'd be level 80. But anyway. It's not a big deal, as you say. However... Funny loot box time. And 135 ventures, please. There we go. I guess I don't have anything new to equip until 79 and then 80. As far as the stuff in my inventory goes. Umbrella. But what's in the funny loot boxes? Everyone loves this question. Probably stuff that I've already seen. Coblin larva. Cherry bomb. Wind up Namazu. Yeah, I have all of these. There's a very small chance of pulling something like a Night Pegasus whistle from those, which is very funny. The Night Pegasus whistle is normally a rare drop from the gold-trimmed sacks of the Palace of the Dead, meaning post-floor 100 Palace of the Dead. So, you have to specifically go there either, like, you have to specifically go there with, like, a fixed party to even get to those floors. I'm wandering over to the inn, apparently. Might as well check the retainers. Oh, a venture coffer. A different kind of funny loot box, you say? Metallic silver. I don't think that's particularly valuable. Sometimes those can just have general purpose jet black dye and you instantly become a millionaire, and it's pretty cool. Oh, those are actually not bad. Alright, alright. Welcome to the chores portion of the stream. Where I arbitrarily price things in an attempt to hopefully make any dollars, and then never manage the price because it's a pain to do that. Almost all of the gear I have waiting for me is because of my 4 ridiculous retainers and their shenanigans. Does anyone want to buy a deck? Let's find out. How about a shelf? Let's find out. Anyway. Again, I'd like to say, ooh, spooky. It's got a spookier lighting this time. I'd like to say that I don't know how much of this I'll be able to do in one go. I don't remember if the story goes all the way to floor 100. Nambazu. And I also don't know how much energy I have and whatnot. So there's a good chance this won't be done in one stream. How many landmines are we up to? I said we should count them and then forgot. I think that's 4. Oh, is it 3? I was almost able to pretend to have a rotation for a second. Whoops, I accidentally bowed. I don't even know, oh, I don't have my tank stance on. Whoops. It's fine. It's funny how much less damage I do at the moment. The Core Poker is a pretty good enemy type. There are multiple Core Poker mounts that you can get, and I think probably minions. You might not be able to access all of the mounts right now because one of them was a limited time bonus. Oh, it's not that I have, it's not just because I'm a tank, it's because I don't have any Empyrean Ether Pool levels yet. And I'm assuming that Aya has some. The discrepancy isn't normally this much, I think. Were we at the same levels, it would not be. Ah, she's got plus 17 weapon, plus 12 armor, so not like a billion levels or anything. They wiggle their little flippers before they fall over. Serenity. Can't really do much by using one of those right now, so... Oh, wait. Actually, we could, because, yeah, there's a penalty. I forgot. Oh, this is the music from Drowned City of Scala. Okay, gotcha. I recognized it as a Stormblood one, because of the leitmotif that was in it. Well, No, that wasn't 4. That was an exploding treasure chest. That's different. Oh, the gloom is here. That's fine, probably. Yeah, instead of being transformed into a frog, you get transformed into an otter in this one. It's one of the traps on the floor. Namazu are really weird when they're not wearing scarves to me. It feels incorrect. An RPG where that's a buff? Well, in Final Fantasy VI, you could get equipment that made the imp status a good thing. Does that count? If you had all of the special imp gear, oh, the hat falls back on your head if you jump. That's good. I forgot about that glitch. I probably have heard about that glitch at some point, but I don't remember anything about it. Oh, we already hit level cap. I don't need to worry about killing everything. I forgot. I wasn't thinking about it, because it takes so much longer to hit level cap in Palace of the Dead, but 70 is the cap here. And you start at 60, and the whole thing's generally shorter, so yeah, makes sense. Do want to look around to make sure we get all the silver chests, though. Silver treasure chests are important. There are none in here. I only realized level 70 was the cap because it says EXP dash dash on the bar. Or dash slash dash. If I think about major glitches in Final Fantasy VI, the main thing I remember is the sketch glitch, which can destroy the cart. The video game can just extremely explode, I think. I don't remember the details, but I remember it can explode the game. Oh, very spooky music now. Oh, those can have magicite in them as well. Okay. Oh. forget where this music is from as well. Oh, this is the ship graveyard, isn't it? Actually. Here's a hand. Siren Song C. Yep, that one. That's 4, I think. I heard it exploding. Oh yeah, I always forget Requiescat. The 4 stacks of free instant spell, or maybe not free, maybe just instant. Well, whatever. The 4 stacks from Requiescat also let you use Clemency with them. That's a fact that I always forget. Ghost Spark is a reasonable thing to think of it as, because that's what all the equipment there is. I think Ship Graveyard because that's just a thing that exists in Final Fantasy. There's no reason to use this now, but there's a new one in here, so whatever. It's also just, in terms of like, oh, we don't need to fight everything in this dungeon now because we hit level cap. It's just difficult to not want to fight everything. I just like to fight things. Oh yeah, another feature of Heaven on High is sometimes you get big room. The big boy, as Barrett would say. Sometimes a floor is just an entire room like this. I mean an entire floor is just a big room like this. That's what I mean.
Whoa.
No, not Barrett. But whoa is an appropriate response to this. Rooms like this are divided into sectors that are still mapped out. Whoa. Made Tsukro wiggle. It is cool. Who dares? I don't know what that AoE was from. The third deep dungeon that they added recently is called Eureka Orthros, I think. And I don't know anything about the gimmicks of it, except that the design philosophy of it is rather different. Oh, that's a new Pomander. Concealment? That wasn't in, renders party invisible to enemies and traps. Okay. That's a Pomander that wasn't in Deep Dungeon 1, Palace of the Dead. Anyway, Eureka Orthros, or whatever. Is it Orthos or Orthros? I think it's the second one. Has a majorly different level design philosophy, or not level design, but enemy design philosophy, I guess, where the enemies actually like use mechanics and stuff against you, which both makes it easier and more difficult because everything does crazy damage from what I've heard, but also everything is like, it's more about learning and avoiding and dealing with the mechanics, in the sense that like these enemies mostly just run up to you and hit you and occasionally cast a spell, but the enemies in the new deep dungeon like do mechanics at you, and it's a mechanics check, and instead of like a damage race, from what I understand. Oh, that's you doing that. Wait, no, it's not. It would make sense if that's similar to a lot of other Endwalker things. I don't see any other treasure chests in the part we didn't go into, so I've actually heard people say that Eureka Orthros is easier to solo than these other two. Despite hearing tales of people getting hit for like 90,000 damage on floor 1 and dying instantly, or whatever. The other thing I know about Eureka Orthros is that it has FOEs, more or less. I think they call them like dread enemies or something. But, yeah. Do these hit the entire floor or just the room you're in? I guess we'll find out. I don't know, 90,000 was a number I pulled out of nowhere. I don't know how accurate that is. But it's a comically large number that enemies do to you. Oh, we already have an intuition going. I almost wasted that. But yeah, there are like effectively FOEs that are way more dangerous than regular enemies. And I think that's pretty fun too. Strength. I think you should be able to get an emote of throwing a Pomander onto the ground. Fearsome ordinary monster, Aya. I think the actual meanings of FOE, for the record, are one of the localized version is an ominous Latin phrase that I don't remember, and the original version is field on enemy, because they are enemies that appear on the field and are not random encounters, presumably. I don't remember a Tatsunoko enemy too well. We've probably seen one. Formido Opugnatura Sequens. That sounds right. I took Latin in school once. I forget what that means. I wouldn't know those words from the class that I took, probably. But I should at least know how to say Latin, at least okay. Oh look, it's Mantine from Pokemon. Oh yeah, the I don't remember what the variant and criterion dungeons is what you're talking about. Since we're on floor 17, I don't think we should use another intuition, because if we don't find anything, it'll run out for the next set of floors. I think that's the general rule of thumb that I saw, is like if you're over halfway. Oh, we have 3 now though. So like maybe we should go ahead. Doesn't matter too much. Since we have 3, yeah, the variant dungeons. The variant dungeons are on the list of stuff to try. Especially since I've never seen them before. So I'll have to at least poke my head in there and see what it's about. So that will be shown eventually. I think this is the etherochemical... No, not etherochemical research facility. This is... what is it called? There's too many things in this game. No, not just Azus Law. This is the other dungeon that's in there that's optional hard mode, I think. Specifically, I think this is the hard mode version. It's not a theorochemical research facility, but it is in Azus Law. Fractal Continuum, that's it. I think this is Fractal Continuum hard mode music. It's specifically the hard mode version because the other one's different. It had a little bit of an Alexander noise in it for a second there. Criterion dungeon is very difficult? Okay. Interesting. Well. Oh. I did it. I know that there's something that's very important that is from those dungeons, the variant Criterion ones that I already got because I bought it. It's somewhere in the emotes menu, or I could just type it. This is just from those, I think. So, I got the most important thing. I am just a little creature. I cannot change this for 15 more seconds or so. Oh, you're guaranteed to get the emote after 3 runs? Well, I have it early because it was vital to my existence. By which I mean, I thought it would be very cute if Sucro did that. I really wanted to see Sucro use that emote, so I bought it. I just pushed a bunch of buttons wrong, but that doesn't matter. I guess we should use these fortunes at some point, probably. Yeah, that noise in the music right there that just happened twice was like the very similar noise to a noise in Rise, I think. Like the Alexander song Rise, not Monster Hunter Rise or anything like that. Anything over here? Show left and show right are important. That's true. I don't think those are available on the story yet, unfortunately, either. Probably too recent of an event. I like that the boss music for this is like the phase 1 of, everyone prepare your eyes, you say? Oh. For Titan, probably. Wait, the boss doesn't aggro if you use that before engaging them? That's really funny. And then I think they started healing, actually. Oh. Oh, I was being attacked by Aya because of confusion, being a mechanic. Oh. Huh. Time was only a little blinding. The Challenger has conquered the 20th floor, and it's only a matter of time before she arrives to confront you. May I suggest that... Yes, quite. In that case, I shall leave you to attend to your duties as I return to mine. Fare thee well. Oh, this is as far as you've gotten? You haven't seen all of it? Well then. I suppose you will soon. This floor has a tree in it. Back to this music. It's time for Zen. Five, I think. I just heard that one in the distance. It's time for wheels. God, I think the Paladin attacks are just really cool looking. The more I use them, the more I just really like Paladin. I'm glad that I really like a class in this game. Six. Oh, uh-oh. The raising commanders work when you die. I can't use them to raise you, but I don't think that's what you meant anyway. Or maybe it is, I don't know. However, we do have Phoenix Downs in this game. Oh. I could have just used the raising device because it is active. But I wanted to use the Phoenix Down arbitrarily, so, you know. So, 6 lane mines now, I think? Oh, you can really get a good glimpse at how glowy these weapons are right now in the lighting of this floor. You can see how shiny they are. Like the other deep dungeon, you can take these weapons out of Heaven on High by exchanging ether pool levels outside of it, eventually at least. If you really like how they look, because they're only worthwhile for glamour at this point. Gears! Many gears. At this point, enemies are definitely, like, surviving relatively more. A little bit. And our weapon and armor levels are probably closer to even at this point. A little bit. Oh, the floor is debuffing us. 7 of them. That doesn't count, but also I had died again. That was an 8, that was the treasure chests. I'm sorry. One should never open a silver chest until one is at full HP. We got an intuition though. I don't have... No, I think I was the one who opened the treasure chest, so I don't think it's your fault. I often forget. Commander of safety, you say? That would have been helpful. I'm gonna make the beacon of return light up and then use that. There we go. We could have one of the raisings active, probably. We don't need to hoard it. Ah, instead of Gears of War. I see. Because war is also an abbreviation. I'll go ahead and... yep. I just dunked that onto your face as you revived by mistake. Sorry, that's a bit rude. I guess Clemency heals more than a single Vercure does? So, I don't know. It's alright. I like how this place looks as well. Alteration, the Pomander I never use ever. It's a Pomander of willing shenanigans into your future. 8. Probably worth checking to see if there's anything down here. Just a gold one. We already have a mostly full inventory of stuff. Oh. I forgot you could use food in this area. That could be helpful. Might as well, since I had 42 of it, now 41. this music, which I think is from Doma Castle? I'm actually messing up my rotation a little bit. That's fine. Here's the tree that we saw in the floor, the little picture for the floor, I think. It's this one. It was a room of this shape. Large room again. Oh. Well, that's what happens when you use a site in large room. Oh yeah, there's also two different exits to this floor. They go to the same place, but large floors sometimes just have two exits. Whoops. Accidentally emoted again. It's fine. Nine. Wait, Pomander, what? What's frailty? Weakens all enemies on current floor. Yeah, alright. I forgot about that one. That's also not in Palace of the Dead. Nor is petrification, which turns all enemies on the floor to stone. Oh, an Empyrean potsherd was in that. Neat. Might as well check this next turn because it's right here. Nothing. Merely a bronze. I don't remember this song. Bardam's Medal? Yeah, I'd believe it. I forgot it sounded so grim. No items, so... I mean, I guess we could do that. No, I need to not use those until I've hit with Royal Authority once. I forgot. I keep forgetting. For some reason. I mean, it might be a little silly to use that in order to use the thing in the box, but also it's not like the worst idea. I guess concealment just means that stuff doesn't do anything until we attack it. Oh. In a sense, that was Enkidu, yeah. I guess if we have concealment, we probably need to engage all of these enemies even less than we already are. Oh wait, concealment doesn't last forever. Okay. Never mind. Or does it? No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, well, there it is again. Okay. So it's a minute. And it does also make you immune to the traps on the floor. So that's good, I guess. It'd be funny if you couldn't use the if you couldn't go to the next floor while you were concealed because you were invisible and not detected by it. A large floor again. They want to see a funny trick. That just kills everything in these rooms. Big floors are very silly. Oh? Right, floor 30 is a major boss fight. Should I know this model from somewhere? This doesn't look like a familiar enemy model to me. Player 2 alternate costume Titan? A little bit. Player 8. I see. I see? I don't see. I don't remember that mechanic. Oh, that's definitely a Titan move, though. So this is Titan. to some degree. Oh, we get a free ether pool level for that one. Joy. Hiruko slain. Yay? Thunder Elemental Titan made to pad G rank is a very funny concept. But can you sit on this bench? No, you can't! This game's bad. Just kidding, it's not. It doesn't count if you jump on the bench first. I mean, does it work as a chair? I think you can start from floor 30 once you get there. A new high score! New record! That's not the voice that says that. I have 6 of these. Zervanite Barding. Yellow Cherry Blossom Corsage. Heaven's Eye Materia 5. Dwarf Rabbit. Savaging Materia 5. Uldon Sparkler. Well, I mean... if I just got a rabbit, I have to summon the rabbit that I already have. That's the rules. God, I have all these random weapon coffers. Oh, you got a wind-up Shiva. What do those Bardings I got look like, actually? Oh yeah, I do have the Orchestrion Rollis in my inventory. It's, it's Fractal Continuum normal. Companion. This is the Zervanite Barding. And then... hey, Aya, do you have this rabbit? Since you're giving me a hairstyle that you can't use that you just got. Okay. I think the hairstyle's a pretty rare drop, so thanks. But it's also one of the things that's currently available via the, what's it? This is the Sothic Barding. That's pretty cool. Sophia Barding's neat. I don't know if it's a boaster type of Barding, but it's neat. Yeah, the Moogle event currently allows you to get the hairstyle you just gave me. I don't feel like this is an appropriate Barding for boaster, but it does look cool. Oh, yep. I think you had... that combination. Or was this nothing? Don't remember if you had this on your face or not. No, that is not the end of Heaven on High. That is the end of part 1 of Heaven on High. It continues further. I believe there's a total of 100 floors. No, wait. There's either 100 or 50. I forget. On the shoulders of giants. Ah, Sucro. Full glad am I to see you've returned safe and well. As for your report on creature activity inside the tower, we shan't be needing it. Yet you reach the 30th floor and vanquish the one known as Hiruko are all the results we require. Yes, that talk of investigations was something of a false pretext. Oh, you need to stop? Okay. Perhaps the time has come to share the truth. I actually think I wasn't going to do much more of Heaven on High tonight anyway, so I will continue the story for a bit at least. If you wait for me at the rocky outcrop south of Quickscape Pier, I shall explain all. So what I'll do is unlock the next part, because I'm pretty sure there's more, unless only 1 through 30 are required for story. But I'll get through this story bit, and then that'll probably be it for today. I think there's story for the rest of it. I should also go try on that hairstyle that you so generously gave to me. Just for fun. Cool rocks. The ominous foreshadowing is being resolved right now, I think. There you are, Sucro. There you are, Sucro. Now that you've triumphed over Hiruko, we can finally end this charade. For my part, you have my deepest apologies. Nay, there's no need for that. Rasho was only acting in accordance with my instructions that my fabrications might secure your cooperation. Questioning head tilt. Know that I have only been masquerading as a Confederate. In truth, I'm a member of the Onishishu. Bow. Gasp? Ours is a sacred brotherhood which has endured for millennia. That we may safeguard our knowledge, we side with no nation and strive to remain neutral in political affairs. Accordingly, we are wary of placing our trust in those with whom we have yet to establish rapport. In that respect, the Onishishu have something in common with the Confederacy. You have the right of it there, Rasho, though I must say, you are not likely to find Onishishu members demanding tribute from seafarers or crossing swords with Imperials. Sorta. In all fairness, I should like to think we all serve the realm in our own way. For our part, my organization seeks the lost knowledge of the Allagans, that it may benefit the peoples of the modern world. The creation and maintenance of Ethernets is one such example. Though my duties are many and varied, keeping watch over Heaven on High is among the most important. Very few people know this, but this tower was built as a training ground thousands of years ago by the founding members of the Onishishu. They foresaw that a great calamity would befall this star and, in preparation, sought to instruct warriors in warcraft. To keep the island free of intruders, tales of holy this and sacred that were spread throughout the Holy See. Only the truly fearless would dare approach. The founder of the Confederacy was one such brave soul. He reached the 30th floor of Heaven on High and triumphed over its guardian, but found that he could go no farther. Abandoning his conquest of the tower, he decided to become a protector of the Ruby Sea. Every Confederate leader since has used the 30th floor as the yardstick by which we measure ourselves, and like him, we aid the Onishishu in their search for would-be heroes. Grin. The higher-ups of your organization have always been our staunchest supporters, allowing us to go about our work while we ostensibly serve as members of your crew. Imagine our delight when you suggested the Warrior of Light herself as a candidate to challenge the tower. Yes, like Rasho and the pirate captains before him, you bested Hiruko. He looked into your soul and found you worthy. were you found wanting, well, I'm sure you could guess the fate of those who did not pass muster. Yet his is a tragic tale, for one of our revered predecessors made the ultimate sacrifice so that Hiruko may be given life. But rather than listen to my account, perhaps you'd best see for yourself. Please, make your way to the 10,000-year pine. Though it may appear to be much like any other pine tree, it's far from ordinary. It stands to the northwest of the tower. Group bow. Now I'm second-guessing myself as to whether or not there is any more story after floor 30. Or if they're just like, wow, you did it. Wait, what is this over here? Winding path? Oh. This is just here in case you can't fly, I guess. That's weird. Probably added as a thing later and not there immediately. Poke a tree, poke a tree, poke a tree. Love to poke a tree. Tree. I'm gonna poke it. Just kidding, it's computer! Beep. Auxiliary protocol system activated. Verifying access permission. Security clearance for floor 31 confirmed. Initiating archive footage projection. I forgot about the computer tree. Gasp. Hiruko's incubation period is almost over. All that remains is to add the final ingredient. But Master, must you go through with this? I've lived more than long enough. Perhaps this way I can finally make myself useful. How can you say that? The Onishishu gave all of us a purpose. We would be nothing without you. Oh, did I bless you all with your intellectual curiosity, your drive and ambition? Come, I but brought you together. A minor achievement compared to those of my dearly departed friends. They gave their lives that the world might be spared Alag's fate. Though my sacrifice pales in comparison, I should be glad to be of service. Save your words, I will not be swayed. You never were one to change your mind, then I can do naught but pray you find some measure of peace beyond this life. Our fleeting existences may seem inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, but with them we lay the foundation upon which those who come after may build something greater. I will forever treasure your words, Master. You are the Master now. Take care of our brothers and sisters. Nod. Until we meet again, until our souls are reunited. Bow. A lovely thought, to see all who I hold dear once more. Those I leave behind, and those who left me behind. Princess Selena. Desh.
Hey, it's just Final Fantasy III suddenly. Why not, I guess?
What? I forgot about that detail. Just throw in some referential names, why don't you? I think Selena was probably in 3. Dash definitely was. If you are watching over me, know this. The Oni Shishu will continue your legacy. As for me, I have my own duties to perform. I hope I will not keep you waiting for too long. Were those names mentioned elsewhere in this game yet? Or is that the first time they've been mentioned? Terminating archive footage projection. Auxiliary protocol system returning to standby mode. They did mention Aleg. Preventing the fate of Aleg from happening to the rest of the world. But yeah, it's probably connected to all that stuff. So what did you think? The millennia have passed since the recording. The millennia that have passed since the recording have not aged our founder one bit. Ah, the wonders of ancient technology. A pity it's only a projection, though. Hiruko is also looking rather well for his age. Of course, that can be attributed to the automated systems that revive him after every defeat. Provided that the machinery is carefully maintained, Hiruko should continue to function as judge, and in most cases, executioner of those who would climb the tower. That is, until the trials of heaven on high are no longer necessary. Which reminds me, as you will have no doubt noticed, the tower is more than the 30 floors you visited. Many more, in fact. Of course, even as things stand, you will be forever counted among the finest warriors the world has ever known. None would think any less of you, were that to be your final foray into heaven on high. And yet I sense a yearning within you, for ever greater challenges, ever stronger opponents. Such a desire is not a thing to be feared, it is to be embraced. Yes, the tower calls to you, my friend. And I and my Oni Shishu brethren shall be waiting for you. Until next time. Bow. Heaven on High Apex, now accessible. You can now explore beyond floor 30 of Heaven on High. To learn the requirements for entering floor 31 and upwards, speak with Kyusei. You may now consume Empyrean Etherpool gear, strength, to obtain Empyrean Etherpool grips, etc. So, okay, that is the end of the quests, I think. Let me double check. So... okay. You are able to start at floor 21, apparently. I don't think there's anything... let's see. Floors up to 30 are related to the story. All floors after were created strictly as a challenge for players. You cannot enter floors beyond 30 with a matched party. Okay, so it functions as post 100 challenge or Palace of the Dead. So we've completed the story of Heaven on High, basically. So here's the question then. How vital is it that we show the rest of it, do you think? There isn't story, but I did show... Oh no, one of the random enemies on floor 81 through 90 is Garula, just there. We didn't show past 100 on Palace, and I guess Palace did have a story that extended to 100, so... well, I guess that's the story then of this part. So we did complete it in one. I think that means that if I want to look at the rest of it, it'll be more of a bonus kind of thing, probably. Ah, 'tis raining. I didn't remember the story part was so short, I guess. I'm surprised by that. Hey, another fending armor. Neat. Time to enter my secret area with the junk monger and the summoning portal for Jandalane. Secret behind the bookshelf corner. Sucro, please put your clothes on. Where's the Girabanian? There it is. That's the Heaven on High hairstyle. Not very Sucro, I don't think, but it's a cool hairstyle. Not available to Viera and Hrothgar. Unfortunately. This is the Final Fantasy I fighter hairstyle that will be used for Sucro in the future. But yeah, well, I guess that means Heaven on High is done for the purposes of this. So that would mean that next time is Prelude in Violet 4.4. Wow. What do you think, Junkmonger? Nothing. Well. Guess that means, for now, we're done here. Prelude in Violet is, I don't remember the details of what happens there, but sure sounds like something. And after that's Omega. That could be fun. Except I don't have 3 people to join with me in that way. But actually... no, none of the NPCs line up with that either. Ah, well. But yeah, I guess we're done for now. So, thank you all for watching. That was Doman Adventurers Guild stuff, Doman Restoration stuff, and the story portion of Heaven on High. Monday will be Pokemon Green. Next Wednesday and Friday will be Prelude in Violet, and then the beginning of Omega raids. At some point in there, I feel like I'll probably throw in another PSO2 NGS stream. If I feel like it. It could happen at any time. So yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. As usual, a link is appearing in the chat for you to look at the place where you can find all the social media and donation links if you would like. If you'd like to support me in other ways, following is very helpful. Recommending the stream would be very helpful. Subscriptions and stuff would be very helpful. But I don't need all of that very much, so don't worry about it too much. And, yeah. So, yep. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good rest of the night, rest of the day, rest of the week, month, etc. Hold on. Oh, no. I was going to show you that the bunny had just started hovering inside of the wall, sort of, by standing on a bit of railing, but now the bunny moved. Anyway, yeah. Good night, everyone.